Hi friends, this is Meg at Chasing Retro. Today I had a free afternoon, and so I thought that I would spend a little bit of time working on another Ready Set Stash prompt. This is a collaboration that's open to everyone, and it's a mass making ephemera event that's going to run through the end of September, which gosh, we only have 4 days left. So I'm probably going to extend it into October and redo the graphic with some new prompts, because a lot of you guys are just plowing through these, and that is awesome. So if you would like to join in, you can just use the hashtag ReadySetStash and link back to my channel if you can. I've already done a couple of these, but today I thought I would do the stamped ephemera. So down here on the bottom, I am needing some ephemera that's peach for my peach journal, so I'm going to be making some items for that, but I'm also going to be experimenting with some other stamped art and techniques and stuff, and show y'all some of my little tips that I've learned over the course of stamping. And I've been stamping since the 90s. I mean, when stamping was big. So stamping was not a new craft for me. Incorporating them into junk journals is. So I'm having to think a little bit outside the box instead of just how I used to stamp. So I've got a variety of things around me. I've got some papers, scraps of papers, some cardstock, file folders. I've got some printer papers, and I also have some white cardstock. I have some acrylic stamps right here, and I have rubber stamps right here. And I have my box of ink pads here. I also have a few items for coloring after stamping. So I have some acrylic paint pens and watercolors. I don't know how that's gonna work. It's gonna be kind of a trial and error on camera. So just be patient with me, and we'll see what happens. I have an archival ink pad that was sent to me in Happy Mail from Sarah at Sarah the Crafty Journaler. And let's see if I can find the black one. That's the one I'm looking for. She sent me a pack of 4, which was super, super sweet and generous. And yes, here it is. The black one is what I'm hoping to use today, because I want to have waterproof on some of my images so I can paint. So I did some research on cleaning this. If you stamp your stamps with this, unless you buy the Ranger archival ink cleaner, and I think StazOn makes a cleaner as well, because those two inks are very similar, you can get the ink off most of the time. I've been reading some forums. A lot of people are saying that even with the cleaner, especially the acrylic stamps like this, never really look clean again. However, from what I have also read, just because your stamp is stained, it does not mean that it will not stamp anymore. It does not affect the cutout and the little lines that are etched in the stamp. It also should not transfer once it's cleaned in a regular fashion, such as a baby wipe or soap and water. It should not then pick up that same ink when you're trying to stamp a lighter color later. I'm taking their word for it. I sure hope so, because I really don't want to spend $8 or $9 on a stamp cleaner right now. So I'm going to use my baby wipes to get the majority of it off, for storage purposes, and then maybe at some point I'll decide to buy a bottle and do like a big stamp cleaning afternoon or something. I don't know. You guys let me know what you do with these archival and StazOn inks. I would love to know. I don't think I have any StazOn brand. Actually, I did. I bought one at an estate sale. I was so excited. And then I got home and realized that it was dried out. So I actually had never had StazOn. I have this one. Before I had the archival ink, I was using this one, which is the Michaels brand. I do not like it. Well, number one, it's drying out at this point, and it never was a really good deep black. The other item that I've been using for black is, I'm not going to be able to find it now that I'm talking about it. So Michael's had these little stackable ink pads. I don't know if y'all remember these. They may have even been in the kids' crafts, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And I bought some, and there's a black one. And it is very dark and very great, like print-wise, but it smears. Even after it's dry, it's weird. It sort of turns into a powder. So I almost have to let it dry for like 24 full hours before I can even handle it. Not just, you know, not to mention doing other things like adding color with color pencils. So I'm excited to use the black archival ink. I'm also going to use some other colors today. I did splurge this week and I bought this saltwater taffy because I needed some peach for my peach journals. So I'm gonna, it's probably light, it looks very light, but I'm gonna stamp some images with this for my peach journals. That's also for, you know, going around the edges of pages and stuff. So let's put this aside and start stamping. I think what I want to do first is, I've seen this on other makers' channels. I really like the way a stamp looks like a black image stamped on a colored printed background. So I have these leftover strips that are from cutting off of pages in a variety of thicknesses and patterns, and I'm going to try that. These are left over from what I did not use for my Franken paper the other day. So I'm trying to decide, because I'm not going to paint them, I may not use this one. I may just use my Michael's one. If it's not dark enough, I can switch. Okay, so I have these two little lovely shoes. I got these at my craft reuse store a while back. I think they're so adorable. They look very Edwardian. And I thought maybe I could stamp these on the peach and use these in a cluster or something. Or just to embellish the bottom of a page. All right, so let's see how good this ink does. Like I said, it's getting old. It doesn't seal really well. Well, I made a mess out of that. Let's hope I don't transfer what I got on the edge of it. Stamping is not something I'm really good at. See, it's gray. It's not even black. I think I need to just throw this stamp pad away. I might do that. Very disappointing. I'm just using baby wipes to clean. You can do that for non-archival ink. Let's see if I can find my Michael's one. That takes a little bit longer to dry. Here it is. Is this, wait, is this black or brown? It's, I think this is black. Okay, let's try this again. I hate that I did that, because now some people are good stamping on top of an image. I am not. I will not attempt that today. All right, let's try this one. That's much darker, isn't it? Okay. It just takes like 7 days to dry. That's the bad stuff. The bad thing about this ink. Much better. See how shiny it is? Can you see that in the light? This will take a while to dry. Maybe a heat gun would speed things along, but really don't feel like I have so much paper on my desk. I'm afraid that a heat gun may start a fire, so I will refrain from pulling that out today. All right, that's a good image, a good stamp. Now let's do this Mary Jane, and I think I'm going to do it on this piece right here with the lace. Very pretty. I love this little shoe. Oh, that's nice. That's actually better than the previous one. Isn't that cute? I go through so many baby wipes, and like so many, more than when I had babies, really. And I recently bought a pack of these. I don't know. I don't buy baby wipes because of cute packaging. I think I bought the Equate brand, the Walmart brand. And they sent this, and it was Huggies, and it's Winnie the Pooh. And not only was it just cuter, they sent me a 5-pack. So I got, for the same price, a 5-pack of the Huggies. Not complaining. I think I'm good for maybe 6 months or so. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna do some more shoes because I have several Pete's journals and would like to put some shoe stamps in each one. These are just so cute. I don't know who makes these. There was no wording on these. I know this store has a lot of Stampin' Up donated. I've bought several Stampin' Up sets there, but I don't think these are Stampin' Up. All right, we have some little Mary Janes. Is that not so cute? And I really want to do these. I think these are called mules. I'm gonna stamp some more mules. I need to find a place to put all these so they can dry good. I don't really have a spot near me. Working with limited space today, y'all. Okay. Let's do some more mules, and I think I'm gonna put them on this gem here. These strips are perfect for a low thin stamp like the shoe. Well, I got a little bit of black on there. I told y'all I was not good at stamping. That doesn't stop me from trying though. I think these are little bedazzles on the shoe, like little sequins maybe, because they're raised. And I thought they were polka dots when I first saw the stamp, but I think they're little sequins, which makes it even cuter. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shoes. That'll be good. Okie doke. Now, this one is really pretty. I think I'm going to turn it long ways. This is some handmade paper, also sent to me from Sarah, the Crafty Journaler. So I think I might do, again, the black ink without paint for right now. And I'm going to stamp some of these flowers on here. I think that'll be really cool. These, I think I got in a set on Amazon. Oh, it was a long time ago when I first started junk journaling. It was a set of floral stamps, and it was one of those no-name brands. Just, you know, probably a set of 10 sheets for $10 or something like that, $12. This little acrylic, I don't know what applicator, I guess it's called, is made by, the word just left me. It's a really funny name. It's a brand of stamps. It'll come to me. But anyway, it's really cute. It was meant for one of those things where it's a circle and an oval and it has ridges, and you kind of stamp like this to create a pattern, like a spoke pattern, but I never used that, so I donated the wheels and I kept this. Probably shouldn't have done that because you kind of need this part. But I just honestly had a hard time. I had this one acrylic from Martha Stewart, and I needed a bigger one, and I was like, I just don't want to pay $8 for a piece of plastic. I couldn't justify that when I already had this one sitting here. So I don't know why acrylic is so expensive. I feel like it's always been, even in the 80s, you know, they had this little acrylic boxes for you to store things in for display. I feel like they were even pricey. That's really pretty. It looks like a rose. Maybe it's a peony. I don't know. There's a little thorn. Maybe it is a rose. I'll do a couple more of these since I have this stamp already prepared. To be a, no-name brand, these stamps are highly detailed. I've been very impressed with them. Honestly, I'm highly impressed by Dollar Tree stamps. They're not bad. They're really not bad. I have some of their birds and I have some travel themed. All right, there's 3 roses. I think that's what this flower is. Let me move this. I'm like losing my place. Do y'all do that? Do you like forget what you were doing and you're like, what am I trying to set down? What am I trying to pick up? Let's do the rosebud. I kind of like this one too, and we'll do this on the gingham here. Although I'm not really a big fan of this gingham. It feels a little washed out. Let's see if I can find another. These are all my offcuts. A lot of these will turn into like folded tags, but I have a few in here that I could pick from. I don't want to use a double-sided one because I'd probably be gluing down the back and I don't want to do that. Oh, what am I going to use? I wonder if I could use textured cardstock. This is textured. We'll try it. I don't know how stamps work on lightly textured things. Okay. Rosebud. I'm not sure what that is, some kind of ink. I don't know if I did that. I don't remember. I really don't remember where this little piece of paper came from. That's really cute. I think I wiggled it a little too much. It looks like it's slightly double image. I tend to get a little aggressive with my stamping. That's better. All right, we have some roses and rosebuds on peach. Now, I'm not going to use this one. Let's use this handmade paper to stamp something. Let me see. I need a different storage system for my acrylic stamps. I'm really thinking about using a notebook with page protectors and sort of sliding them in there. I really think I need to do that because I've got them in a shoebox right now and they're getting compressed, and I know that will affect the image over time. Okay. Those are cute, but they're a little small. Let's see here. What about this rose? And instead of black, I might use a pink or a peach. I have this from Martha Stewart. This from Martha Stewart. This is Kitsch Flamingo by Tim Holtz. And I think it's a hot pink, so I probably won't do that. Well, I guess I could do it for another project that's not peach. But for the peach journals, I'm, trying to stick with peach. I have not tried this yet, so let me try it. I'm excited to see what it looks like. It's hard to see on the rubber because the rubber is the same color. It looks very, very light. It may not show up very well. It's not bad. That is a very pretty color. I'm glad I got this one. It was between this one and, oh, what was the other color I was looking at? This is Saltwater Taffy. Something coral, fractured coral, washed coral, something like that. And it was a good bit more, well, coral. It was less peach, more coral, and it was very dark. And I loved it, but I had to decide, what am I going to get this time? I can get that later if I decide to. I feel like that would be more for retro journals because it's that 60s looking bright coral. I like this color. I'm just going to keep stamping these. These Michael stamps really are bad about leaving this circle. Picking up the little circle. All right. That's that. Let's try one of these. One of the hot pinks, just to see. Yeah, that's gonna be bold. Ew. That one didn't do as well on the textured paper, did it? Or maybe my ink pad is not as... I don't know, it's sort of like... What's the word I'm looking for? It's, the ink is sort of clumping together. I wonder why it does that sometimes. It's not like you can shake it to make it more uniform as an ink pad. But I've noticed that some of the distress inks do that. You have to kind of move the stamp around on the image to get a uniform print. I didn't mean to say on the image. Move the stamp around on the stamp pad. Okay. I have some file folder here, but I don't think I'm going to use that because I really want to use this cream colored printer paper. All right, we've done flowers and shoes. I think, actually, I'm going to change my mind. No, let's do this first. Sorry, I feel indecisive today. I'm going to do some butterflies and some bows. And I'm going to use that coral again. You can't see me, can you? There we go. Pretty. I think I got this bow stamp at Hobby Lobby. I'm almost positive. No, I didn't. So that is a handwritten $1. That is from a local antique store. The owner had a good friend who is a big rubber stamper, and I think she passed away of cancer. So she had taken all of her stamps and sold them for $1, $2, $3 a piece. And I bought as many as I knew I would use. Some of the themes I knew I would not use, but sadly, as of about 2 weeks ago, that antique store is no longer in my town. They had to close. Very sad, like very sad. That was where I found most of my vintage greeting cards. So I went in when I found out they were closing and I bought what she had left, which wasn't much. So my source, my affordable source of vintage greeting cards is now gone. Which, y'all know what that means, right? I'm going to hoard them even more than I already do. These are pretty, and I would call this a peachy pink. So I'm probably going to use this color in my peach journals too. It's a very orangey peach. I mean pink. So we are gearing up for what looks to be the storm of the year. Hurricane Helene, I think it is going to hit Florida, but it is coming up through the eastern seaboard states, and we are under a tropical storm watch, and I'm a little nervous. Actually, I'm really nervous. We have 3 large oak trees in our yard. They're healthy. They are very healthy. We had them inspected by an arborist recently, but I mean, they're calling for 7 to 8 inches of rain, maybe more, and 60 to 70 mile an hour gust of wind. I don't care how healthy the tree is. That can be disastrous. So I'm really praying for the Lord's protection for everyone in the path of this storm. I mean, in Florida all the way up. I mean, it looks like it's still going to be really bad when it hits Atlanta. I hope you guys who live in that area are okay as well. I don't know. It just makes me nervous when I see things like this coming. All right, I'm going to fussy cut these out, or sometimes I like to tear them and create a raw edge, and then I'll ink the edges and use them as an embellishment. So I'm going to set that there. The next thing I want to try, oh, I'm going to have to get cardstock from underneath this pile. Here we go. I'm going to try some painting. I have some stamps here. This one is too big to go on any of my acrylic blocks. And I'm going to see if I can stamp them and then color them in, either with paint or color pencils. I love this one. I think I got this also at that antique store. I did. $2 for this. And someone told me that this was a UK brand. So that's pretty cool. But I'm going to have to do this by hand because I don't have a block big enough. I guess I could try to use something else. I wonder if this would work. This is the lid to an alphabet. You know what? We're gonna do that. That's called using your noggin. Okay, archival ink pad. Here we go. This stamp will permanently be gray after this moment, but that's okay. I don't know why I'm picking it up. So cool. Cute little flowers. I'm not going to be able to see where I'm putting it, so I'm going blind here. Look how precious. Is that not so cute? All right, this will not clean up very well at all, but some of it comes off. If you get it when it's still wet and it has not dried fully, you can get some of the archival ink off. But see, it's forever gray now. That's just the way it is. All right, do I want to do another one? I probably do. I don't know why I cleaned it. I think I'm gonna do 4. I can do 2 sets of 2, and then these are corner embellishments. That's, or maybe tuck spots. I don't know. Not sure how I'm going to use these yet, but I'm stamping on cardstock, so it looks more like they might be tuck spots. I might bolster them with another color underneath just for visual interest. Not sure yet. Okay. I don't want to overlap it. Cute. I was looking for my daughter's alcohol markers because I've never tried coloring in stamps with those, but I could not find them. She's not home. She's in class. But I could not find them. So maybe this weekend. And she's much better at them. Like, she knows how to do the blending and things that you can do with those. I'm not good at that. I just color. Oh, it even stained the metal. It's a good thing I'm wearing a white shirt today, huh? Just kidding. That is just so cute. I missed a little bit right there, but that's fine. All right, let's clean this one more time, and then I need a new baby wipe for sure. This video is already 30 minutes long. Oh my goodness. Time goes by fast when you're having fun. I need to make pre-make some of the thank yous, the little thank you circle, so I can, so I can use it for, you know, putting in orders and stuff for my Etsy shop. I don't remember opening this, but maybe I did. It's just not very stuck down. Maybe that's why it was not hard to open, so I didn't remember it. All right, next one I want to try, and this is a, how shall I say? This is a grand feat right here. I will show you all the stamp I'm going to try next. This is a stamp that I found at my craft reuse store, and it is big. I think it's the biggest stamp I've ever bought. I don't know if y'all remember this from when I hauled it. It is so cute, and it's going to take me like an hour to color it in. So I'll probably fast forward through all that part, obviously, and then show you the finished product. But it's also going to take a long time to ink with this little tiny ink pad that I have. But I thought that it would be precious in my houses and homes journals, which cozy home, whatever, that I said I was going to make last fall and winter, and I did not. And now we're in fall again. So I have to do them this year. Have to. I've actually gained quite a bit of items to go in these since then, so it's probably good that I waited. All right, super nervous about this one too. Okay, that was not enough pressure. I may have to stand up. I got almost all of it. I didn't get the little top line and some of the hearts. Let's try this again. And I think I'm going to have to stand up to press it down. The weight of the wood does help, because, you know, these rubber stamps can be quite heavy. But you still have to apply some force to make them completely transfer out. And I don't know how old these stamps are. It could be that they're sort of starting to lose their shape and not be equally distributed when you stamp them, because some of these look like they're from the 90s maybe. That's better. Still, the words are still not. I can go through with a little pen if I need to with those words, but that is so cute. I really like the image. It just feels so nostalgic. It is truly a 1990s feeling stamp. It's getting quite a lot of this off, this baby wipe actually. Some people talk about using some Dawn products to clean their stamps, and I don't think it was just dish soap. It was some sort of Dawn product I had not heard of. I don't know. Okay, is that the only one that I was going to paint? Yeah, I think so. The next thing I want to try before I pause the video and go color all these in, I got these two Stampin' Up. I guess, for lack of a better term, they're called background stamps, texture stamps. So I'm going to use my new peach ink, and I'm just going to stamp haphazardly, and this may be a big fail. I don't know. I'm just going to create a background texture that I can maybe use on to make cards and tags. This is my first time using a stamp like this. Let me know in the comments if you guys have some of these textured stamps and what's the best way to use them, because I don't know. I mean, that looks relatively evenly scattered, I think. I mean, it's not perfect. Well, I messed that one up, didn't I? Lots of little hearts, scattered hearts. That's really cute. And then the other one is tiny flowers. They're so cute, little posies or something with some dots. Oh, that is really cute. I'll hold this up so you can see it better when I'm done. I know this is tiny and hard to see because my camera is not close. So cute. Oh my goodness, that is adorable. I'm glad I bought these. This was sort of a, do I buy this or not kind of purchase. I've lost my lid. Here we go. So look. Sorry for the shadow. I have all the lights on today because it's so gloomy here. Okay, I'm going to paint a little bit and possibly use some acrylic markers. I'm not really sure. And I'll be back to show you the finished products. You guys, here is the finished product of the watercolor houses. In retrospect, I probably would water down the watercolor a little bit more or use a set that's not quite so matte and chalky. I was just using a set that I bought at Michael's, but they make some that are a little more transparent, or translucent, I should say. But I think it turned out really cute, and I used the acrylic paint pens to put some flowers on the topiaries at the end. I used a template of 2 tags to cut out tags for decorating. I can add a sewing pattern lady or anything else. And then I will ink around the edges with some more of that peach saltwater taffy ink pad with the dauber, but I just wanted to show them to you after I cut them out. For the shoes, I have a variety of little squares that I cut out with the shoes on there, but you can use these just as a page embellishment, or you can use them in a cluster. You can even put it in the center of a larger sheet of cardstock and create sort of a framed image that you could turn into a journaling card. Or you can do more of a fussy cut around the image and you still retain some of the pattern paper underneath, and it's still really cute. Here's one of the roses that I just cut into a square. And then I fussy cut this one with scissors, and then this was white core cardstock, as many printed cardstocks are, and I tore around this one. I love this look, and you can leave it white or you can ink the edges, either one. This one has not been inked around the edges yet, but this is the corner embellishment or tuck spot. I think this turned out really well. Again, the paints that I have are kind of chalky, and so it covers up some of the black ink, but you can easily remedy that by getting a set that's not quite so chalky, or just use more water, less paint. I use the paint pens to color in a few of the bows. I'm okay with that look, but I really think I like the look of just the stamped image better. The acrylic paint pens are very matte and very opaque, so they kind of cover up any of the stamped part. Still cute though. And then here's one of the roses that I printed or stamped onto the handmade paper, and I just tore around that. So that is an example of different ephemera that you can make with rubber stamps using a variety of ink colors, ink styles, and also things afterward to color them in. I mean, this doesn't look like it was stamped. It looks like hand drawn, honestly, and watercolor painted in. So I love this. I'll be doing more of this in my journals. As you can see, most of this was for my peach journals, but I tried to show a variety of styles and techniques that you can use, and they are universally transferable to any journal that you have going on, any theme. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you have fun stamping. See you next time.